This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Monday, May 6th of 2024, and you're listening to episode 392 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ. Joining me today, without an avatar, Luris.
Well, I might have to get onto that.
And Ford.
Good evening, everybody.
And Leo.
Without an avatar, it's basically like having no clothes on.
It's true. Has anyone ever done the podcast without any clothes on?
Not yet.
I know Leo's done it without uniform, but
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's not really the same thing.
The civvies.
Yeah.
You know, for the episode 4, I still gotta test a dual mic setup. Because we're all gonna be in the same place, and I don't think using one microphone's gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Do you need mine?
Yeah, I actually probably do need you to bring yours. But
Okay.
I've never actually seen, ever done it with two microphones hooked up at once. I don't know how that
the
works.
thing is, I can't find the stand for it.
Oh,
I
don't
left it in the box, and I lost the box in the move. So, we'll find it eventually, but
There we
I just
go.
hope we can find it by June.
Well, I have ways of making it work anyway.
Okay.
I think
mean,
we
it
could
could also
probably put
be
it
the
on a
boom.
tripod.
Yeah, we either the tripod or the boom, so. Alright.
I had to mute Kevin because he's in my bedroom on his phone.
Whoa, what's he doing in your bedroom?
Trying not to do what he just did, I guess. So it's a newscast. I feel like we actually haven't done one of these in a bit.
Yeah.
You've been light on news for so long, I forgot what it looked like.
Yeah, it's actually been a lot of news. I don't even think we're going to get it all this week. So then we're going to do like one more maybe, then get bored and move on to something else.
Yeah, so last week, for everybody who I guess was living under the rock, the Rock, the man.
Dwayne.
Yes, Dwayne. There were just like a ton of like Somerset reveals for like all kinds of different things. Ninjago, Star Wars, Marvel, everything. And I think today we're just going to be covering Ninjago. I think that provided us with enough material to look at.
And as we all know, I am a big fan of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1.5, I guess. I don't know. I've not seen past the first half of the first season.
Neither have I.
I'm very excited to watch more, sure. Which is why I've been so on top of the fact that I kind of knew like one or two Ninjago sets was revealed, and yeah.
Has season 2 like started airing yet?
I think it's out.
It is.
Yeah, so I think
Maybe because I deleted Twitter for Lent and never re-downloaded it. But I haven't seen any discourse on it. But usually it's on Twitter, so I guess that's why I missed it.
Well, to be fair, I feel like the Twitter discourse in Ninjago is not usually a very good discourse in general.
Well, I mean, Twitter discourse in general is never good discourse.
Tends to be, but you can still have like decent enough discourse on Twitter about certain
With
fan
who?
things. Like the whole re-releases of Spider-Man right now, like most people have been pretty nice about it, I think. Everyone's like, wow, can't believe, wow, like Spider-Man 3, bunch of people are clapping, like, during the bad...
It was a cool movie in theaters.
Yeah, but, like, it's like, it was the one that killed the Raimi trilogy, right? So,
Yeah.
That's actually not true. What killed the Raimi trilogy was scheduling.
I went to see Phantom Menace in theaters yesterday.
Ah, how'd that work out?
See, that's another Twitter discourse. Lots of people were like, "Oh yeah, people really liked episode 1. People didn't hate Jar Jar. It was all just fake."
Yeah, it's what the media wants us to believe.
I love Jar Jar.
Who doesn't like Jar Jar?
My wife apparently.
What's wrong with her?
We recorded this whole like diatribe she had.
My wife
There's
was
about
sitting
4
next to me in
minutes.
the theater the whole time. She was laughing whenever Jar Jar did like anything.
He's a pretty
People
funny
love Jar
guy.
Jar.
I feel like Allie is fairly indifferent about Jar Jar when it comes down to it.
I think that Jar Jar hate has to be something generational. Like, people were
must
just
be.
like coming in expecting Star Wars for their 20-year-old selves, and then they're like, wait a second, Ewoks in my Star Wars? No way. Kind of
What?
forgetting the whole point is that these films are also meant for children.
Also on a budget.
Well,
True.
the Ewoks, yeah. Jar Jar
Also, like-
was pioneering
Jar Jar was-
technology.
Exactly. Yeah. Took the
George
words right out
Lucas
of my
was
mouth.
pushing boundaries when he decided to create Jar Jar.
Might have gone too far in a few places.
Yep.
I really don't think actually Jar Jar is an issue within himself. I mean, like, do I really love Jar Jar the character? No, but does that mean that he actually makes things worse?
Well,
No.
in terms of the story, yes, he's the one who put Palpatine in charge, so actively making things worse.
Yeah, like every other politician. I mean, Jar Jar is probably more intelligent than a lot of U.S. senators.
Like the one who was saying that Guam might flip over if we had too many troops on it.
Oh yeah, how long ago was
Who said that?
that? Was
That was like in the 2000s, I think.
Yeah, it was. I remember my.
It was a
mother
long
showing
time
me
ago,
that
but it's
video.
iconic moment.
Who said that?
It's one of the senators from Georgia.
Who said Guam would tip over? Hank Johnson.
Forever immortalized.
What a very normal sounding name.
Oh, 69
He certainly
years
looks
old.
like a dude. He certainly looks like a dude.
He's still in?
Well,
Of course he is.
he has the prestigious job of career politician.
Yeah. All the career politicians are dim, don't you know?
Also,
Because they can't
it's
do
since
anything else.
2007, Leo, so it had to have been sometime after 2007.
It was saying around 2010, I think.
Okay, that sounds
Wait,
about right.
so he said Guam would flip?
Would tip over.
Capsize, yeah.
Yeah.
What a weird statement. How bizarre.
Thumbnail.
I don't have that. I like what you guys are seeing isn't actually up in the video at the moment.
Oh.
But I can put it up. I mean, yeah, let's just... Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not the quote.
Yeah, that's not.
There's the quote.
There's a quote.
I like how this is in, like, top 10 Hank Johnson quotes. It's like, don't let proud get to your head, always
10?
humble yourself. Number 2, my fear is the whole island becomes so overly popular that it'll tip over and capsize.
Yeah.
An
Want to talk about
astute
Ninjago?
observation.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
When will Ninjago sales numbers capsize?
I don't
Never,
think
it seems.
Well, they've got some good sets coming out, so.
Yeah.
I haven't actually gotten in. I'll probably rewatch the entire of Ninjago and then get back to Dragon's Rising at this point, but there's some good sets coming this next wave. I wasn't so enthused with the Winter Wave, as we all know. I mean, you can see
Yeah.
right here. Look at these.
What
Don't
is
you
that?
Get it?
Why?
It's
Elemental power.
Now,
Bank.
this first one isn't too much all interesting. This is a pretty mid to not great motorcycle, but it is only $10.
What kind of function is that supposed to have with that rubber band and the swords?
I think it's gonna go like slashing.
Yeah. It can cut people's heads off.
Oh, okay.
With relative ease.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally something Zane needs to do. Okay.
Yep.
We also got the new outfits here. Sleeveless again. It's okay. I don't feel this is all too special. I think the climbing ones are better. Did we talk?
Yeah, I guess they're
about
doing another tournament thing. Yeah.
Series. I can't really remember the episode where we did like the Dark Wolves or whatever. I kind of remember we an episode of the Shao Dojo in the thumbnail.
Yeah, we did, but we never really talked.
The suits, I will say, I did like the suits from the first wave.
Yeah.
So there's something going on in the tournament. Next one is actually a very interesting one. Yeah, we're moving on from that first.
So okay. So they're doing Tournament of Elements, but again.
Yes.
I don't know exactly what's going on with it.
It looks like a fighting feature where you spin them around.
So interestingly, there's 2 elemental masters in this wave too. The 2 that were only in Ultra Agents. So here we've got the new version of Tox.
Nice.
I see feminism got her too.
Well, Tox was
it gets everyone
exactly
eventually.
the bastion of femininity to begin with.
I don't know. She had like her hair up and in a ponytail.
Also, Jay is dark.
She looked feminine
for some reason.
Dark Jay.
His outfit looks cool, though. On the other hand, that means there's like Jay is missing from the sleeveless variant of this wave.
Nice. He's Evil Jay. He's literally called Evil Jay.
Sora's got a new version too, which I really don't care too much about the new characters, to be honest. Mm-hmm. The wolves with the claws sticking out of their back, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, they got that Makuto shadow hand energy.
Yeah.
Who's the shadow guy there?
I'm really so far behind in the lore at this point. I don't know who the people in the sets I bought are.
So he was in the first wave.
Was he?
I think his name is Cinder, and he's supposed to be the new elemental master of smoke.
Wait, Cinder's the old elemental master of smoke.
No, I thought that was Ash.
Also, Ash isn't dead.
Well, like there's multiples or something for whatever reason.
I mean, it could
like how they have Kai and Wildfire are both fire.
It's weird that Smoke would be one. Oh, that's a kind of cool figure. Look at his arms, one transparent.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Wildfire?
That's annoying.
So
she's this
DJ?
This feral teenager with fire powers who was raised by dragons.
So a character you thought was cool when you were 12.
Yeah.
My OC.
I think I would have hated her even more at 12.
Well, just the general when you're trying to be different.
This set actually has a very good price to piece ratio, especially good price to minifigure ratio, yet I can't get myself to feel it's worth $50.
Who's the guy doing the Makuta shadow hands?
I really don't know who any of these people are. I never even saw the last half of the season last year.
He's a random mook.
So that's the villains for this wave?
The villains the last wave are Shadow Wolves, and this one, as far as I can tell, they got a hold of a source dragon that gave them these powers over motion.
What?
What's motion?
What does that mean?
Maybe I didn't read. Wasn't it the source dragon of motion?
What's the source dragon?
That's one of the sets, yes.
Yeah, and these are all near the same transparent colors as little dragons have.
Every time I talk about Ninjago, I get more confused now.
The lore gets really complicated.
Yes, it does.
Especially when you throw out your established lore, mix in a bunch of new stuff, and then make a series about it.
But the thing is, there's a canon reason to throw out the established lore.
Yeah,
but not like a Secret Wars type reason.
Wait,
but also, yes. Leo, the perfect way. Basically, Ninjago has become Battle World.
Yes.
But it has the lore of Doctor Who, and the thing is, while Doctor Who either gets worse, stops, or both, this never ends. It must keep going.
Now, to be fair, I still have not seen the second half to know if the story goes anywhere good or not. It could, because Dragon's Rising Part 1 was not offensively bad or anything.
Part 1 was okay. It
It's
was
just
alright.
it was not.
got
I was
me
not
interested.
overly enthused by it.
Yeah.
Like,
Fused.
at what point does it become offensively bad, though? Because people got really offended by the crystallized.
I didn't think it was bad though.
And I don't think
we
I don't
really
think,
enjoyed
yeah.
Crystallized. Like that, we had a very
was
fun
okay.
watch for
Yeah,
Crystallized.
it was okay.
Yeah, like, and then the Twitter discourse was just, again, Ninjago fans bashing on the thing they pretended to be excited for the whole time.
It's because they decided Ninjago was their headcanon rather than what we come to expect from the writers, and we went in with very realistic expectations
Yeah.
from the writers.
But at this point, I feel like it's gotten, at least lore-wise, worse. Just kind of tossing out, like, don't need the old stuff anymore.
Well, they didn't really toss out because they reference a lot of old stuff, like
I
Cloud
know,
Kingdom
but,
returns.
like, it's...
Cloud Cuckoo Land.
But then you have, like, oh, well, you can't have two elemental masters at the same time. Well, neat, now we do.
Well, we never knew why.
But-
Before, we thought there could be more than one alternative elements. We thought you just had to be from the same lineage.
But then it wasn't. Now it's.
So I feel like we have to really see more about it to make a judgment on it.
But I didn't enjoy it enough to, like, really desire to watch it again, which probably is why we haven't watched it again.
I mean, we'll see it eventually.
Yeah, sure.
But I still like
What element is motion though?
It's not this isn't necessarily an elemental. These are like source dragons. They're like the oldest of the
Super-
old dragons.
But I thought they were the sources of the powers.
No.
Like there was
No, they're the sources of universal energy, from what I've gathered. They're not. These haven't even been elemental dragons at all. The sets make you think so, but those dragons in the set actually aren't important to the story.
They're just collectibles.
Leo, you say that like that's anything new for Ninjago.
None of these people have opened a Physics 1 textbook.
Remember, speed is an element in Ninjago.
So is cocaine, but, you know, like...
So anyway, this set, it's 650...
I die every time I learn more about Ninjago lore.
I mean, well, apparently the Source Dragon of Motion gives people the 40-second Makuta power, so... At least they caught one. There's 41 to go, guys.
So anyway, the set, $50, 659 pieces, 3 or 6 minifigures. I think at least 4 of them are exclusive to this set. They don't have like the minifigures posted.
Yeah.
So on paper, this should be a good value, but it feels like which is my issue with the big set of this wave too. They're putting a lot of parts in the bases for some of these sets now, and it just makes it not feel that valuable to me.
I noticed that with a lot of other sets that were revealed.
Yeah, it's not just a Ninjago issue. Which on the one hand, bases are nice. Having a nice, sturdy, meaty set is nice.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand,
like the ratio of value is still there, but it's only there in the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing it anymore, and that's inflation in play.
I mean, if you want the parts for building, that's good. But
yeah, but I don't know. Feels a little cheap.
Hey, the minifigures are good. Like I said, I think this version of Kai also looks very nice.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark J, as much as I like complete sets, is cool. I think the colors are really cool. I would have loved to see a dark version of all of them, actually. We already have 4 variants of them this year alone.
Mm-hmm.
If not more. We talked about this one last year.
I have this one. I got it.
You got it? I didn't even know it came out.
It's a nice one.
I wish I had money like you, Ford. Actually, I might tomorrow. We'll see.
Me too. I'm getting paid. But this is a good set.
I love this set, though. Have you built it?
It's a really cool build. It's got a lot of nice hidden stuff.
See, that's the thing. Is like, there's no reason for Ninjago to slow down if they're giving us good sets like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
look, this just looks so cool. We already talked
Yeah.
about it, but man,
There's a
this
pretty
is-
neat little waterfall there.
I wanted to put this near the city, but my wife was like, "No, it's too pretty. I want it as a centerpiece in the living room." So it's staying there.
Nice.
The next one I don't like too much. This is basically a
That's
new
just the
ultrasonic.
ultrasonic radar.
I'm not a big fan of this one. Also, yeah, Sora's not exclusive.
Yeah, it's
So-
just the ultrasonic radar, but it's like haphazardly colored.
$90 for 576 pieces. This is an awful value. This is definitely the worst set of the wave.
Don't even tell me it's those treads. Don't even tell me
Treads
it's
are
those
expensive
that
these
are
days,
doing
aren't
that.
they?
Are they?
Everything's expensive these days.
Yeah.
Let's try and part it out here. They would say these, but you got these in that last set. Like, the last set is significantly a better value.
Yeah.
You don't get... I think you get less minifigures in this set. These are nice looking suits, I gotta admit.
Well, less uniqueness in this set overall.
Why doesn't Cole get his headband?
I feel like Cole is the only one who needs a headband.
They have the piece.
Yeah, and they did use it during the island.
Yeah.
But,
So like it should work.
yeah, I kind of hate this set.
Ooh, shadow hands. Best part.
It's just a worse version of the Ultrasonic Raider at
Yeah, I
a
think,
higher
like,
price point.
I think the meme about the shadow hands was like Chiroc's heavy breathing.
Also, you know, it's like all of the expensive sets came out in the second half of the year. Now,
Indeed.
this one is my favorite. One of my favorite Ninjago sets, actually. Look at
Dude.
this.
It is mighty.
Dune sword. You don't see it?
I see
It's
it.
ugly.
I see it. I see it. No, but like, first off, I'm so super happy the Titan Mech series is back, and it's following the Titan Mech formula. You know, white with this secondary color. It looks so good with the other Titan Mechs in the series. I think it's really good with Cole. I like that they brought back the wings for this one, which they haven't had since the Lloyd Titan Mech. Hydraulics. Just overall,
yeah.
it looks... They continue... I wasn't overly enthusiastic about Jay's Titan Mech once I built it. It looks better in the pictures. Did you ever get that one, Ford?
No, it always looked kind of spindly to me.
It's not really that spindly. The problem, the thing is, the ponytail doesn't stay as even as you'd like it with all the little blue
Yeah.
pieces.
Also, why does he have a ponytail?
You know, Jay's signature, like Sokka.
Ah.
And it's got like those like competition cannons on the shoulders, right?
Yeah, those are kind of hard to pose. And
Yeah.
also, it's really hard to get the swords aligned right. There's a lot of cool stuff about it. I mean, it was a fun
Oh yeah,
build.
it looks nice.
I like the
but
colors. But,
Indeed.
and it has good knees, which all the Titan mechs have now.
Yeah.
But
this one's just a beast.
that's what that Lloyd's Titan mech, though, it's still my favorite design. Like, it looks so sleek. It just got robbed because it didn't have knees like the others.
Mm-hmm.
This one might be the best one, though, because it has that, you know, big, like, anime type mech looking.
It's got that, as I termed, I think last week when it was revealed, it's got that Gundam heck yeah energy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, the head isn't as cool as some of the others, I think. It's kind of lackluster. I think that fits for Cole. You know, Cole, it's not...
Mhm.
Lloyd's has, like, the very fancy head and helmet. Zane has the very mechanical-looking one. Zane's might be one of the more boring ones, to be honest, because it was also a remake, which is weird. But it also is,
Mhm.
like, design-wise, the most articulate of them all.
Well, it's to bring it, up to standard,
Yeah.
right?
And it's not at all a bad set, and it's very, very
Yeah.
cool. I think it fits Zane. I think this one fits Cole very well, because this is also, like, Cole's first proper large mech.
Indeed.
That
What
wasn't
about his
movie?
Fire and Rock one, though?
Remember when people were saying that was a Titan Mech series mech?
What about the movie?
I mean, that's a totally different type of mech. It has a wheel.
So
Big Wheel. All
what
like
you got
a
against
robot.
Big Wheel?
I have obviously nothing. It's on my shelf right over there. It's it's not like the same personality as Show Cole. This one
Uh-huh.
is. I like the giant sword. That's really cool.
Dune sword, Dune sword.
Color distribution is awesome on it. Cole has an exclusive minifigure, which is interesting and also not shown in any of these pictures. I kind of wish all the ninja got this.
Yeah, it's like
version.
it's literally a mech version. It's literally called Mech Cole.
I would love to get all the other ninja
hilarious.
mech version. Do you think
Mech suit.
Kai has to be next in line for this?
If they follow, but Lloyd sells more. You got
Lloyd already has one.
Yeah, but
Look, the designer behind this mech obviously is very intentional, and the execs have no idea they're continuing this series for like half a decade.
Watch them make a Sora Titan mech next, just
no.
to spite you.
Also, I don't think that the Samurai X technically counts as a real Titan mech because it doesn't follow the design philosophy
Yeah,
of
it doesn't
the white.
have the like. It
I
doesn't
don't
have
know.
the
One of the
colors. it doesn't
stickers
have the
has a
look.
little bit of white on it.
It's a cool mech, don't get me wrong. It's very sturdy, except for the kneecaps. And the cockpit is really good in that one. But also the Titan mech series, one of the design staples is the open cockpit. In the white. Man, it's just cool. I would love to have the other ones with the mech suits. I think it looks so cool. I love how they use the armor shoulder pads. Where'd those originate from? That wasn't... No, it was after Nexo Knights.
I think it was Star Wars.
Was it Star Wars first? Was it the
The
Praetorian?
yeah, the Last Jedi guards.
So I know this piece has been around for a while, like the Titanium Zane in the Gardens uses those.
Mhm.
I think it's cool to use them here, though. I love that suit. I think it's super cool. I'd love to see it for all the rest of them to actually go with their Titan mechs. And what if when they release the Kai one, in like the next wave in the show, they like bring back all the Titan mechs?
I think you're setting your expectations a little too high.
They do a lot of stuff like that in the show now. Like even the sets that have previously not made in, like all the core sets, they integrated them in somehow with Dragons Rising.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
But like Jay's Titan mech was there.
Yeah, I know that one. But who knows?
And even the combo
I mean,
mech
they're
was
gonna have to.
crystallized.
Yeah, like they're gonna have to put this one in. Just
Yeah,
know,
this one's probably gonna have story
it's a new
significance,
thing.
which is why it's a Dragon Titan mech.
Yeah. But it's nice, and I think it's still a fairly decent value, as well.
It's about an average price per piece, 1,055 pieces,
Yeah.
$100. Only thing is, minifigure count is lacking.
Well, it's focused.
Yeah, but usually there's at least a couple bad guys. This is odd, actually, to only have one minifigure, which means also they know their audience for this set.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that.
I'll buy it.
You'll take their entire stock.
Now, let's go to the next one, which I believe is the largest dragon they've ever done.
It is really, really big.
I am so split on if I'm
Like,
going to get this
whoa.
one. This
This
is
dragon-
massive.
This dragon is over 2 feet long.
Be a
Oh my
big
goodness.
boy.
And it looks really good, honestly. The thing is, dragons already take up so much space because of their wingspans. Like, what am I really going to
Yeah,
do if I buy this one?
and the wingspan is also like 2.5 feet long.
Yeah, I just keep thinking if I got this one, what would I do with it? But you know what's a really big convincer? Look at all those tiny little candy dragons.
Candy dragons.
Well, they're not real dragons.
I mean, don't they look
Do we need
delicious?
do we need to have an intervention here?
Don't they look delicious, though?
No.
If
Crispy.
they were gummy, yes. If they're like, or if they're butterscotch, then yes.
That's what I mean. Don't they look like gummy butterscotch dragons?
Oh yeah, those look delicious.
This doesn't come with a lot of exclusive figures either, which is odd. Because I think we've seen all of these figures in some other set at this point.
Yeah.
Except for the Aaron, I guess.
No, I think he's in another set.
We'll have to
Yeah, I think he's in another set this wave.
go back and look real quick.
I think
I'm
he's
not a
in this
huge fan of
wave.
how the throne thing looks in the middle, but I mean, it's alright. It looks very easily detachable.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a saddle
Yeah, I get it. I get
that
it.
you can take off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, be free.
Seems like, why does the $50 set have so many more minifigures and pieces in it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same Raj as in the other ones?
This is a new one.
So
Who are these
there's a
people?
different version of Rouse?
It's different from the Winter Wave.
Are you sure it's
I
not
saw that.
Raish?
So, no Aaron in this one.
It's in the
Rest of this
city.
promo. The city?
Yeah.
The one we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's no Sora's in 2 sets.
Mhm.
Man, the more I think about it, this one might just be a good value to get from all the figures you get for that price. And it's not that hard. Like, how much space a set takes up actually is a big determining factor for me now.
Mm-hmm.
Until I get a new wave of shelves.
Well,
I think
just get more shelves.
That's what I need to
Yeah.
do, but first I gotta replace the carpet. Because
Knock
once
out
I
a
put
wall, build more space.
Well, then I'll go over my property line.
Lie on your taxes.
I already do that. It's actually a version of Raj, which I gotta watch more of the show to find out if he's actually from Chima, because I think he might be.
People said he was.
I don't know if I
Oh, is
should
this the
believe it or
character
not.
that
He
people said was
referenced.
like the
Yeah, like he
Sabertooth
referenced.
guys?
No.
This would be
No.
a new character just from that
Yeah.
realm.
Yeah, like a bunch of people were saying
Okay.
like he references like locations that were in Chima.
I'm surprised people
So-
remember Chima enough to say no, he references locations.
Well, it's one of the realms.
Chima
Still.
is canon to Ninjago.
Yeah, it's canon.
Yeah, but
So,
the people are catching on to this stuff. Aside from just the broad Chima.
well, I mean, now we have a Star Wars special with a Jedi Bob,
That's true.
And
They're cutting
Darth
deep now.
Jar Jar. So,
My goodness, what is this world coming to?
Should we go on to the largest set then?
yes,
Well, okay. All right, actually, okay. Wow, that's pretty cool.
it's
Look at
just,
all those
it's too big.
dragons.
Okay,
It
It's
is. It
too
might be
big.
too. It's so expensive and not many. I love those little dragons though. Those are so cool. And there's so many of them.
And
So
But
whose dragon
the
is this?
fact that it is this big
It's
is pretty
the-
cool.
It's the Source Dragon of Emotion.
Of emotion?
Motion.
Motion.
You know,
I hate this set.
You
Leo,
have to
you
get
gotta
this to
think
prove
not
that
in
you're a
physics
good
terms, in
physicist.
myth terms.
I am thinking in myth terms.
Eastern myths.
There's 5 Chinese elements. There's like what? Fire, wood, gold, earth, water.
China would have made an awful bionicle.
I feel like this is like this dragon is like the mortal enemy of like Atlas or Sisyphus. Because things are in motion.
Yeah, I have no idea. What
holding things up.
Some other
Uh,
people on Instagram just references the Source Dragon of Fire as well, which obviously does look fire in one sense, but motion makes I think a little bit more sense for the lore.
No, it doesn't.
Motion makes sense in no context, mythic or otherwise.
Well, no, it does if it's like this is basically the embodiment of thermodynamics.
Then it'd be entropy.
Well,
This is the dragon
a
of
Source
chaos.
Dragon of Motion is going to sell more than the Source Dragon of Entropy.
Okay, little Timmy. All right, you want to play with the dragon of motion or the dragon of fire? Ooh, I'm gonna play with the dragon of fire.
No, you can't do that because there's been a
dragon
million-
spit fire.
There's been a million Dragons of Fire already, so you got to do something different.
But there's also been a million different little Timmys.
There used to be a 4-headed dragon. What happened to that one?
That was
Yeah.
2 years ago, Leo.
Ah!
And how long ago was the last red dragon? Like what? Last year?
Yeah. So that's why you gotta do something different.
I just,
I
I don't know.
I am too old for this now.
I mean,
My
it looks
brain cannot
cool,
accept
don't get me
it.
wrong. It's
Leo,
just
that's
too
like
big.
me getting mad at them when they go through the Digiverse because that's not how technology works.
Yes.
Bro, every time a hacking scene happens in the movie.
Man.
Their rules of the universe are different than reality. It's fantasy.
Man, we have gotten old. We can't escape anymore.
I can.
Ugh.
I deal with way more foreigners on a daily basis.
You deal with foreigners. My wife is one.
That's only one foreign.
But his foreigners are Italians.
Not only that. It
But do you
turns
live
out the
with them?
Spanish are not fun to deal with.
But do you live with them? I don't think so.
I mean, I have to talk with them every day.
So do I. I feel you.
No, you know, not every day though.
I think your wife's listening to this.
Yes, she is, and she's probably laughing right now. I can hear her laughing, actually.
Sure, for sure. Well, whatever you say, whatever gets you out of trouble for
So yeah, it's big. This looks really cool. I just can't imagine it fitting in the other pieces of my collection, though.
Like, what kid has a space for this?
The kid who's like, gee, I really want that big dragon. That kid.
I
And
guess
his
it's,
parents
yeah,
buy
it's
it
like
for him.
it's from like the same like genetic line of somebody who wanted like the USS Flag back in the 80s or something. No one knows what that is.
I'm sure this will sell fine for its range.
Yeah.
Dragons sell really well.
I mean,
This
it's
is a big
big
dragon.
red dragon. It'll
Especially
be
for
fine.
grandpas who want to buy something cool for their grandkid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like,
This'll
if
be
I were a
fun.
grandpa, I'd buy 2 of these. That's how cool I'd be.
Wow, two motion dragons.
Oh, Leo, there is a description. Should we read the description?
Read the description.
It doesn't
Wait,
have much
do you
lore
want me
in
to
it,
read it?
actually.
Read the lore.
There isn't any lore.
Dragon
Okay.
Adventure.
It is the
toy.
biggest ever Lego dragon.
Okay, that's something.
Smaller spirit dragons. I guess after Sons of Garmin, they stopped giving them any story details for the sets.
I think so.
This is more like a stockholder's description. And Lego's a privately owned company.
Yeah, I think like
How much longer?
Yeah.
Are they talking about going public?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything.
They
I
wouldn't
don't
go
think in
public.
Denmark there's really much incentive for them to.
I mean,
I'm sure they make too
What are
much
you gonna-
money too.
what are you going to do on the Copenhagen Stock Exchange? Is there a Copenhagen
I don't
Stock
know.
Exchange? Let's find out. It's better than determining the element of motion. Copenhagen. Ah, there's a result. NASDAQ Copenhagen.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. They do have stocks.
Nasdaq Nordic.
All right, guys, I have a plan here.
Copenhagen Group, Reykjavik, Stockholm. Sim Halls Bignadsbo .i Norden. Noren.
Oh no,
D.
he's speaking Danish.
Noleto B. Net Company Group. Okay, so this is I can choose the Nordic. No, okay, so on the Copenhagen site. Okay. Well, I guess see if I can buy some Danish stock.
Is the market open?
Diversify.
It's hard to buy foreign
Diversify.
stock.
Yes.
Is the market open?
I
Are you
doubt
gonna
they
have
would
a-
be right
I
now.
don't think a small U.S. investor could buy foreign stock outside
there
the
is
New York
ways
Stock
Are you?
Exchange.
Yeah,
probably
that's
a
the
broker.
thing. Like,
Yeah, like if I were to get a broker, I could probably do it. But
imagine reporting that on your next tax return. Good luck with that.
You know, if this is like, what should some of the other source dragons be? I'm thinking of like motion, something like a fundamental, not like element isn't an element, but like an aspect of life. Motion couldn't be time.
Leo, what
Bacteria.
other things can we horribly misconstrue in
Oh,
science?
no one understands dark energy.
Okay, Source Dragon of Dark Energy. It's an evil dragon.
That could possibly be a pretty cool set.
That sounds pretty metal.
See?
Uh,
Yeah, let's do it.
I was thinking like the source.
Yeah, I'm going to
Dreams
accelerate
or
the expansion rate of
something.
the universe.
the source
Or
dragon
like
of
I feel
bacteria.
like hope could be one.
Source Dragon of Hope is just
That-
like Princess Leia, at the end of that movie.
Okay, so source dragons of faith, hope, and charity.
All of those things aren't real, Leo.
All right, guys, time for the next episode of Bionicle and Theology.
My
This time it's the Ninjago special.
What would be cool is to have a wave that had like a gold, silver, and bronze themed dragon. They haven't
that's
really done a
many.
silver dragon in a long time since the titanium, which was still mostly
Yes,
white.
the source dragon of the Olympics.
A bronze dragon would be cool though.
Yes, it would. More bronze would be nice.
We've still never gotten an all orange dragon. Do you think they'll ever do like the first Pinjitzu Masters orange dragon as a set?
He has a dragon?
Yeah, remember at the ends of March of the Oni.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember a show from like 5 years ago.
Or do you remember shows from 80 years ago?
That is true. Yes, I remember.
Can't be stopped.
Yeah, he had an orange dragon, which is cool. I want an orange dragon.
I want some orange chicken too.
What the heck?
Ooh, what if they made a fruit-themed dragon?
There you go.
Fruit-themed
I think they're halfway there, They got the little gummy guys that they could be orange flavored. I don't like orange
A
flavored
purple
things,
dragon
so
would be cool too.
That's just stealing it from Ninja Turtles, then.
as if Ninjago's ever done that before.
Yeah, there are some with as many dragons as they do. I feel like there's more colors they could do. Like an all yellow dragon would also be kind of cool.
that would be cool because I feel like that's a very untapped color.
Yeah, I want to find more out about the lore of this one because my feeling is based on like the source dragon. They're not dragons that are so much like the realm Onian dragon type dragons, but more like the foundation of the creation of all the realms type dragons.
Yeah, like higher being, like
yeah,
gods of dragons type dragons.
the great beings of dragons.
Yeah, except they're not just dragons; they're like gods.
Scientist dragons.
Yeah.
Great being dragons. They're just normal ninja to begin with.
Are we gonna get the 40 million foot tall dragon?
Well, we're halfway there.
All right, let's talk about. We got the rumors of this one a long time ago. The new $250 set at Temple City.
It's not the Great Dragon robot. Okay.
So this one coming in at 3,489 pieces at $250. A decent price per piece ratio. Can't really tell immediately how many minifigures we got. There's probably another picture.
It has several.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
They got Invisible here.
Yep.
Well, now he's Mr.
Nice.
Fail Ninjago. So let's go over
Mr.
first-
Fail.
Tail.
Yeah, that's what he's called, Ninjago.
He sounds
That's
like
pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
I can dig it. Especially if he has a gun.
Yeah, if he has a gun, priceless.
I just realized this set has a burnt orange dragon in it.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Oh,
That's
hey.
what
It's
we're
more,
talking
or burnt
about.
orange is a little more brown. It's Pohatu.
It's like plants and stuff. That's kind of cool.
Oh, you're right. It's
You
like
see
made
it?
out of a tree.
Tree dragon.
It's the Groot dragon.
Is it like a nature dragon? That's cool.
It looks like it.
But anyway, this set, pretty cool. I can already say I'm not going to buy it.
Ah,
No. Well, I
It's
get that, but no.
just like most of the bricks, like talked about earlier, are just the rock formation.
But it's an event. It's got invisible.
I'll get him. I'll buy all these figures. But for the space it takes up, it's nothing like I would probably buy the dragon sooner than this one.
Understandable.
I just feel like it's more substantial, because that what are your eyes drawn to immediately? It's the temple piece, which is a fairly lackluster temple.
Yeah,
Ninjago's
when you look
temples.
at back, it's like it's very dollhousey.
Yeah, that's
Like
my other issue.
in that sort of like 2017 kind of way.
And for that type, a much better set was the Temple of Air Jitsu.
Yes.
$50 less and more building.
Mm-hmm. Like it's big and it's got a lot, but there's not much to do.
Now I do like the rock formation, the underside. I think there's some cool stuff to that, and that would have been really cool, like a monastery. But
it's got like a lot of the playsetty stuff that you want to see, but it's like we've already seen this. It's not really like breaking.
I feel like if the temple looked more beautiful, like that new Monkey Kid one, the super high pagoda, then I would be attracted to it.
Yeah, like it's got winches, it's got like breakaway walls.
See, look, this doesn't look that big when you look at it.
Hidden passages and actuators, but it's like we've seen it all before. There's no like killer feature with it. It's just the play set for the wave.
This doesn't look like someone, with Ninjago City, it's expensive, but you tell people how much and they're like, wow, it's expensive, but also they're kind of awestruck by how cool it is.
Yeah.
This, no one's going to think it's that cool.
Yeah.
For the price.
I think
it's nice. But honestly, it gives me the same vibes as like Tiger Widow Island, which is a much cheaper set.
It's given me.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. Like it does the same things as that, but it's like
no big fig.
Yeah, it's like 200% more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like it might be taking up more real estate, but like how much more are you really getting as far as your value is
Leo, you made me realize I really want to talk about the new Marvel sets. They have a new Hulk big fig, so.
Well, it's not really new, but it's.
I thought that was a brand new one. I haven't seen them in other sets.
Well, I mean, it's like parts of it are new, but it's the same like frame as the one from the Avengers Tower that just came out.
Oh, I forgot Avengers Tower, like everyone else on this planet.
Yep. Yeah.
But I mean, okay. Let's just discuss aspects of the set itself here. Like I said, that tree dragon. That's pretty cool. Nice. I like that. Yeah. I mean, the wings aren't the best, but I like the colors and I like the theme. I think that's pretty nice. Temple's not great. Caves under, pretty nice. I like that new little blimp. It's like Woo's blimp.
Yep.
Got a little
again, very Tiger Widow Island.
There. Don't know what it's doing, but stand.
I'm trying. Yeah, there's actually not a whole lot else going on. We got a little watermill. That's cool. That's neat. Yeah. And minifigures, of course. So yeah, Aaron also is in this. Wildfire's in 3 sets, and isn't she? Or just this one, the other one.
Well, this is the same one as the last wave. So.
Oh yeah, new. Yeah, because she's also in 2 of those, the climber mech and the junior set. So she's in a lot of them.
She's in a lot of sets.
Who's that professorial-looking character?
He is part of the Adventurers Guild.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah. So that's cool to have him. I like they're still throwing in old characters lately. They're not slowing down at all, actually, with getting Cyrus Borg and Camille Master Form. I wonder now that they're re-releasing. They have all the Elemental Masters in Ninjago sets now. Mm-hmm. I wonder if they're going to re-release some of the others with new updated forms.
It's entirely possible.
Which means they got to bring back the Hands of Time. I assume these people are nobody characters. They have some nice casual outfits, though.
Well, they need to populate the city.
This guy's just a temple guard, but he looks pretty awesome.
Yep.
I wish there were more of them. I wish there were at least 2.
Yeah, there should be at least. Like, if you're going to make a guard, make 2, always.
So these are
guards always come in 2s.
Mm-hmm. So these are like the 3 exclusive ones.
Like, okay. The thing that made me think that guards always come in 2s? Pirates of the Caribbean, okay?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why guards always come in twos. You get these great little character moments where they're just like bantering, and they go on adventures and stuff. This is why guards always come in twos.
Yeah, then for the
Anyway.
price, that's not enough exclusive figures.
Yeah, a lot of sameness. I don't like it.
I'll just buy the figures. Honestly, if I spend $30 on these 3 figures, because I'm sure people are going to buy this for the parts. There's a lot of good building parts in this if you want to make like mountains.
Yeah, this is going
is
to
a
pimp
great
out
set
a
to
lot of
buy.
Brooklyn stores.
So I'm sure actually these parts will be available in surplus.
Mm-hmm.
Also, wait a minute. Is that nope? It's an egg. I thought for a second it was the lamp.
The lamp.
What's that he's holding though? That's
Just give me the
interesting.
lamb.
I don't know.
It's not all a bad looking set, but again, just not my favorite. Oh, there's some cool detail down here.
Yeah, like the blacksmith shop has this like hammer function
Hidey hole.
that'll like go up and down when you turn the water wheel.
Interesting.
So that's kind of
Classic
cool.
blacksmith
but again,
gimmick.
I would
like,
say recommend though if
nothing
you're gonna buy a
new.
big set, just how much is
Just get the dragon. I think
well, how much is the markets? Is that 400? How much should I pay for it?
370. 370.
Now I'm just searching all Lego markets. Here we are. Yeah, 370. So it's about $120 more, but I just think this is so much more visually interesting for the price.
I agree.
And it
Have you
comes with
finished
a lot more
building it yet?
No, we just built the bridge today.
Okay.
And then Kevin got here, so we watched Scooby-Doo and ate cookies.
Yeah, it's this section's probably like my favorite section they've made. It's just got so much going for it.
I'll have to see how they all are together. Every section has pros and cons to it.
Yeah, one thing I had to get used to was like how they kind of make it a structure now, and you can't really like take off the layers.
Yeah, well, instead they have like
But
these removable walls.
I like that.
I kind of do too
more.
because, well, the gardens has issues with stability.
Yeah, because the garden is just like, okay, I got to take this thing down, so I have to like disassemble the entire thing to
and
get
it doesn't
to something.
always go. What really annoys me, like the
And then
Borg communication tower or whatever. If you try and take it off the right way, it comes off the wrong way.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Like it splits at the top, and that's really annoying.
Yeah.
And then like the museum roof never feels like it's on quite right, and the tree's hard to repose.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's like it's still really sturdy. This section, which is really impressive.
I have not finished it. No, I had to move a lot. I keep worrying though and moving because it's 2 base plates that are barely held together.
Did you finish like hooking them together yet or not?
Yeah, they're all hooked together. Like we got the bridge, and it's more.
I mean,
so
you gotta
now,
be. I think it's when you put on the upper like bridge section. That's when you get a little bit more structure to it.
Okay, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah,
like the original one is good, but it has more dull angles than the newer ones.
Yeah, I was moving around a couple weeks ago, and I thought it felt a little rickety, but when I picked it up, I had no issue.
Yeah, like the original Ninjago say is pretty stable.
Yeah.
Its con is you really can't get into some of the lower buildings again without getting rid of all of it. Like Ninjago City Gardens, most of the shops you can actually access without taking it apart.
Like I think it's like the second level of the bottom. You just can't get to, really.
Yeah. No, the Chen's Noodle Shop has a little door you're supposed to be able to open, but it
doesn't.
No.
The level below that.
Like like with the apartments. It's
like it's impossible to get to.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So this kind of fixes that problem. And I like it. I kind of like it.
I still really like the docks. The docks issue is though, like all the cool stuff's on the wrong side of it for display.
Yeah. But I like this system. I think it's the same system that they're going to be using for some of the new Harry Potter sets going forward as well. So that was a cool thing to see.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all of them pieces together.
Yeah.
Have you finished your city?
Not yet. I need to get all the parts for it.
Okay, so don't have all the parts.
Well, that's the thing. I had the last thing of parts on order from Bricklink because it was that like brown that's like really brittle, and I was supposed to get them in this past Saturday, and the package never showed up, but it was delivered. So either somebody stole it or it's lost.
Darn.
So that sucks. Now I have to deal with the worst enemy of the people, the post office.
Oh my goodness. They are unhelpful.
Yeah.
Defund the post office. No matter how nice the people at the Postal Museum are.
Abolish the post office.
Actually, I feel like if you
I don't
abolished
care what
it,
John
then the museum would be
Ratzenberger
even
says.
more, you know.
More of a museum?
Yeah, they could use the upper floors too, not just the basement. Yeah, actually, we have like the world's second largest postal museum here where we are. You know
I didn't realize
Evan?
there were postal museums.
Yeah, the largest one's in DC, and the second largest one's here.
Is that how like small a postal museum is?
Well, it's
then?
actually really big. They've got like 8 rooms.
Isn't it on?
It's below the post office down. It's in the basement, and they have that. They have so there's that one shack outside that we passed when we play Pokemon Go. That's probably what you're thinking.
Yeah.
That's just the stuff that they couldn't get into the basement.
Oh.
They have an R2-D2 post office box that George Lucas told them they have to destroy, and they every time the auditor comes in, they say they are just destroying it very slowly through natural means.
Nice.
Just letting it go. Just letting it go.
Yep.
I mean, everything crumbles to dust eventually, right?
All is dust.
Jeez,
Yeah,
I sound like Frederick.
I
sound
look
like
forward
Nietzsche.
to this
Yuck.
piece being complete. And someday there's probably going to be another piece, which scares me, because we've got 2 corners, and they would probably do another corner at that point, and meaning it can no longer fit on a wall shelf, and you have to have a centerpiece for it. So that means I've got to build a new house.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Rich people problems.
Hey, I'm not rich by choice. I'm rich because I worked hard. And I'm not rich at all either. I actually have no money until tomorrow.
Wealth
Tomorrow
beyond measure.
is, if I'm correct, tomorrow is the day I find out if I get my annual bonus.
Oh no. Hopefully you don't just get a Jelly Club subscription.
I slowly gotten more and more details confirmed there is some amount of money.
Oh.
There's a whole process with me submitting the forms for my bonus. And my boss didn't do it right, and then the director was supposed to direct him on how to do it, and he didn't do it right, and then HR was supposed to fix it, and the HR of Europe didn't fix it. The director left, my boss was fired. Finally, HR here said they did have my forms, and everything was fine, and they confirmed the bonuses would not be delayed, and someone told me that May 7th was the day. Which would make sense because it's halfway between pay periods.
Well, that's tomorrow, so good luck.
Yeah, we'll see. That determines if I have money in my bank account or not. But if I do, maybe I can buy some Lego.
Or you can save it and tell your broker to put some money into the Copenhagen Stock Exchange.
Or you can go to Grand Rapids and get that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
thing.
we won't talk about on
Allie
air
was
so that
kept
nobody else
telling me
gets
that I
it.
should. So
Do
You
it.
should totally get that thing.
it's an hour drive
like,
there and back is the thing.
Road trip.
For the price, it's worth it.
I know it really is. I'd probably regret it if I didn't do it. I'm just so short on time lately.
Do it. Do it.
Everyone who has talked to you about this has told you to do it.
I should probably do it.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna make sure I go there before your wedding and do it for you.
Is that an option?
Or,
It
better
might be
yet,
too
Ford,
late.
you get it and just rub it in his face.
No, I would get no value from
We'll
getting
talk
those
about
things.
what this is
You
on a
could
future
upsell it.
episode. I just can't say what
Yeah,
it is
once-
because someone's gonna
Once
buy
we
it.
have it, in hand, then we can talk about it for real.
I mean, I would pay the
Right.
extra for her just to ship it, but the thing is, I think that's why it's so cheap, is because she won't. So,
I mean, if you contact the seller, maybe you can figure that out.
yeah. I don't know. I don't like confrontations like that.
Just
All
ask
right,
to meet
George
somewhere in the middle.
McFly.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that next week, what happened with that. But
Alrighty then.
now, actually, I guess that's about it for this week. We got all sorts of other sets just because I really want to talk about Marvel. I know
Mhm.
DoD say City and Star Wars you want to discuss. I know why you
Yes.
want to discuss City.
Because of Johnny Thunder.
Oh, I thought it was going to be because of Exoforce, but okay.
Oh yes, that
Well,
too.
why
There's
not?
also a
Everything.
there's also another Bionicle reference in that set.
It's another mask.
I think it's like a
Oh.
Borak scene.
Yeah, it's like the Tahu fighting the Borak.
The
Yeah.
Gallock.
Yeah.
Someone should start a collection of every set with a Bionicle reference. Ford, I feel like you're prime for this, because don't you have the Harry Potter one with the Bionicle reference?
I do. I also just recently got a sticker sheet from a friend's set where this girl's playing a Bionicle fighting game.
Mm.
So that's
Did you
cool.
get the hidden side bus?
Yes.
Oh,
Does that have a Bionicle
Yes, I did.
reference?
yes,
Yes,
it
it
has
does.
the Legend of Matanui.
And
Onua
so
beach scene.
does the fire truck,
Yeah.
which I think they copied that graphic or like something similar to it and put it on Racer 7 shirt.
We should
Mm.
have a episode where we go over all sets with Bionicle references. Or some like anniversary of Bionicle or something. Starting, of course, with the entirety of the Bionicle theme.
Naturally.
Very heavy on
Which was
Bionicle
made-
references.
Which was made in a reference to itself,
Yeah, it's true.
based on a dream that Christian Faber had.
What's your
Something always the
source?
same?
I saw it.
It came to me in a dream. Faber himself came to me in a dream.
Was he caught in a dream?
No, I was.
Oof.
Deep.
We'll have to go deeper, Inception style.
Well, we better move along from this.
Yes.
Alright. So as always, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment about what you think of the new Ninjago sets, what other new sets you would like us to cover in future episodes. Like I want to do Marvel, City, Star Wars, all on the docket here. Probably Harry Potter as well, depending on what's going on there. And if you like to discuss new LEGO set news as it comes out, you can always join the BCC Crew Discord server. Link is in the description below. So, for Ford, Leo, Polaris, and myself, Leo,